What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. My name is Max, and today you join me on a lovely sunny day, and we've got a very special Audi RS6. This is the RS6 Johann ABT Signature Edition from ABT, and it is for sale at Thijs Timmermans. So make sure you have a look if you're interested in a very special limited edition fully loaded RS6. It is for sale over there. Massive thanks for letting us have a drive with this. If you're interested in this Audi RS6 or in any other special car, go check out Thijs Timmermans. He's got an incredible inventory and very cool cars for sale usually. So have a look. Today I'm going to show you around it. We'll take a look at what makes the Johann ABT edition special, and then we'll take it for a drive towards the Autobahn for an Autobahn blast. Now, ABT used to have the RS6R, but then for their 125-year anniversary they introduced this Johann ABT Signature Edition. Johann ABT being the founder of the initial company before the car tuning and stuff in 1896. And for that you get a lot of carbon fiber, some special wheels, upgrade turbochargers and a lot more. So let's start at the front, where we've got a similar body kit to the RS6R, but we have the Johann ABT Signature in there, and this is all red carbon. So it's like it has a weave in there, which looks super sick. Top part here as well with the 3 slats, super aggressive front lights, of course, the RS6 little winglets on the splitter there, and you also get these really insane 22-inch wheels in this sort of star shape. I think it suits the car really well. Ride height is a bit lower, if I'm not mistaken, for the ABT. And behind the wheels we've got carbon ceramic brakes, 22-inch wheels. We've got air suspension, of course, red carbon for this little vent here, red carbon side skirts, mirror caps with a little winglet on the side skirt as well. 285 22s on this car, more carbon on the rear, diffuser as well with the Johann ABT signature, and an exhaust by ABT, which I think is their own. I don't think it's an Akrapovic, I think it's an ABT exhaust. We've got more red carbon here on the rear deck, on the rear window and the spoiler as well. So you get a lot of this stuff. And you also get this little plaque in the door sill since 1896, which is super cool. And then let's have a look at the engine. 4-liter V8 bi-turbo, stock 600 horsepower, but with this tune, with different turbos, different intercoolers, oil cooler, etc. It's got 800 horsepower, 980 newton meters of torque, which is very healthy. ABT Power R. They also fiddle with the suspension a little bit, and they increased the size of the intakes here for the Johann ABT edition compared to the RS6R. You can see the carbon in there, the bare carbon, very nice. For increased cooling, it is a weapon, this thing. Just to look at, it is like the ultimate sinister black on black on black RS6 C8. But I do quite like those little red touches you get with the red carbon, and I really like those wheels. I think it suits the car very well. Another thing you get with every car is, because I haven't even mentioned this, it is limited to 64 pieces, the Johann ABT Signature Edition, and you also get this plaque with it, a certificate of authenticity. Johann ABT Signature Edition, this is number 18 of 64, and the VIN is engraved on the back. So that is super nice as well. That's a nice touch, quite like that. Interior wise, they did a good job as well, because we have this Alcantara on the lower part of the car, which is very nice. Then you have red stitching and this ABT Signature Edition little plaque here. Red carbon on the doors as well, on the seats here, and then armrest with red carbon and the Signature Edition logo. You get the signature on the seats, an ABT logo there, and then you get a piece of the anvil from Johann ABT from, I don't know from when, but basically a piece of one of his anvils in the car to commemorate the special edition, which is cool. And you also get this plaque here, 18 of 64. So what I love about this is that everything looks very OEM plus, right? So this especially, but everything just looks like it's supposed to look. Like this is just an Audi RS6 special edition. So I think ABT really does that very well. It does feel special and OEM plus. So let's start it up. We've got a valved exhaust, so if we go to dynamic or RS2, you can hear the valves open up. And you have a very deep, dark sound, which is, I don't know, it suits the rest of the car very well. The sinister, kind of Batmobile-ish vibe that this car has. So a little sound check. Bangs as well, little burbles. Whoa. It's a good sound. It's V80. It's very deep. Oh, I forgot to tell you, you also have an ABT app, and with that you can look at some live data like horsepower, revs, stuff like that, and speed. And you also have a sport, race and ego, like driving mode with more or less power, I guess, which is also quite nice. I don't think they changed the gearbox software. It is pretty good. It's not as, I would say, not as snappy, not as sporty as the ZF 8-speed in a BMW M5, for instance, but it is good for what it is. An RS6, I don't know, it just feels more like an Autobahn cruiser, and for that it is very suitable. Okay, so noise control. There we go. Oh, and that is 2.9, 0 to 100 for the Johann ABT Signature Edition, which is quite quick for a car this heavy. Handling is also pretty good. It does feel heavy, but it kind of handles its weight pretty well. It sort of accepts the fact that it is heavy, and you know, just makes the best of it, makes the most of it. So this is the ABT app, and I've connected this car, so you can see the revs, and then the speed and the power and the torque, which is quite nice. And then over here you've got the driving mode, so you can go ego, sport, race. We want race, obviously, and you can find a petrol station which gives you an idea of what the fuel economy of this car is. Little rev in the tunnel, soft limiter fortunately. I don't know, it's not the best handling car or the best sounding or the best looking, or it's very good at what it's supposed to do, the RS6 in general, I mean. So it's a weird thing to experience, but it sort of feels like it's a very confident car. So it knows what it can do, and it knows that it's very good at doing what people who want an RS6 want from their car, if that makes sense. It's not trying to be or to do anything that it can do or that it's not good at. It's just, oh, that's a very aggressive rev limiter. It absolutely nails the brief, like what an RS6 is supposed to do. And then this Johann ABT edition, you know, it just piles on to that with all the red carbon, the more aggressive aero, and the addition of the power with the ABT turbos, the intercooler, the extra oil cooler. 100 to 200 we did 7 seconds, and top speed around 300 kilometers an hour. But it's very comfy. We're in RS2, so everything is in the most sporty setting, I think. I can check in a minute, but I'm not sure. Maybe this is like the middle setting. Carbon ceramics doing their job very well. Okay, so let me just go to drive select, RS2. Yeah, so it's in the middle setting, that's what I thought. This is incredible. So the air suspension, the difference between sporty and comfortable is ridiculous. The way it just instantly, I don't know if the stabilizer of the camera will filter this out. I think you will see a bit of it. But this is, I mean, this is 200 kilometers an hour. It's not even that fast. And this is a pretty good road. But still there are little bumps and you feel every single one of them. But then when I hit comfortable, it's completely flat. It changes instantly. It's so ridiculous. And it is exactly what you want. If you are on your way to your, I don't know, skiing holiday or south of France or Spain or whatever, Croatia. You have a lot of ground to cover. It is exactly what you want. You want to be able to switch, and the difference between the two modes is huge. And still, I mean, that is some proper speed through there. Once you get like the weight set, leaning on the suspension basically, it's very good. It really is like a halfway between an A8 and it's not for me, I guess. Rosers. It's like halfway between an RS4 and an S8, right? So it has some qualities of both, and it does so more than with other cars. Like with an E63, it's not, it really doesn't have like S-Class qualities, and a BMW M5 doesn't really have 7 Series qualities, although maybe the new one does. But I think that's the difference in the approach for an RS6, really. Nose lifts up ever so slightly when you floor it, rear squats down and it just belts off. Bit too close together over here, unfortunately. Top speed, yeah, I think it's like 300 and something kilometers an hour, 303 or 305, something like that. Because since I'm able to connect to the car and change like the power, it has to be an upped power box in here, and I don't think you can change the top speed. You can't raise the top speed limit if you're not in the ECU, basically. So very, very cool car for sale at Thijs Timmermans. If you're interested, make sure to have a look. It is super capable and limited to 64 worldwide. It is also very rare, and well, you won't really come across another one that quickly, and it's not like 50,000 kilometers. Super cool spec, so have a look. Thanks to Thijs Timmermans for letting us have a go. Thank you for watching, hope you enjoyed it. You can subscribe by clicking the big button, check out this video, this playlist. See you at the next one, bye.